What's going on, everybody? So in this video, we're going to be covering getting your brand or business name. Now, depending on if you already have a business or you already have a name for your business, you can still go through this. The reason being is because if you still plan on creating a faceless theme page, depending on what type of brand that you have, then you still might need to go through this process. Of course, you can go through ChatGPT, come up with some theme names, but the reason why I like Namelix is because not only will it give you or generate different names for you, but also they will come up with the logo idea for you as well. Of course, it will be paid if you were to do that, but I'm gonna go through that whole process and showing you an alternative way that you can kind of get that brand logo still created. But this is so that way you can give AI a command, maybe even an idea of what your business or what your brand is all about, and it can generate names for you. So if you don't have a name, like I told you before, if you don't have a name right away, guys, this is the part of the course where you're going to get through, go through that function of learning how to get that name for you. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you want to do, again, you want to, at the bottom of this video, you're going to go to this website called Namelix. This is going to generate a business name or brand name for you. So the biggest thing is you give it keywords, ideas of what you're trying to do. So say for instance, you know what niche you're in, right? If you're in the fitness niche, if you're in taxes, if you're doing credit, if you're doing stock trading, if you're an investor, if you're a budgeter, whatever you are, whatever your niche is, that's what you put in it. If you're in landscaping, that's what you put in here. So let's go ahead. As you can see, I had a couple of different ideas in there, based off of cryptocurrency investing. So let's go ahead and do something with fitness or weight loss. If you're trying to juicing, and then, just keep it, just think about some of the things that and if you need help with this, guys, that's why you have ChatGPT. You go back to ChatGPT and you ask it based off of your niche, give me some phrases or ideas to help describe the niche that I'm in. And then it will give it to you and you can put it in there. You click generate. Now from generate, this is where it gets kind of interesting. It's very cool because you can either auto populate, which will take a combination of all these different prompts. See, it says select the name style. So if you want to auto populate, that's going to give you a generative all of these different styles, which let's check this out. Non-English words. So like Toyota or Audi, and it even gives you like description of that. Short phrase like Dollar Shave Club. You know what I mean? So if you want a brand name or business name as a phrase, you can have it like that. Brandable names like Google or Rolex. So you can choose that. Alternative spelling like Lyft. You know how Lyft is not really spelled like Lyft. So this gives you that option. Or real words like Apple or Amazon. So I say play around with this. Take your time. This is probably your first time actually going on this. This is, again, a name generator that helps you with getting your brand or business name. So play around with it. All right, so I'm gonna do auto generate, and this is going to take a combination of all styles. Once we do that, you click next, takes you through this randomness. Do you want it to be highly random, meaning that there's going to be a flood of different names and variations and stuff like that? Because again, we chose all. You can do medium, which is going to be a balanced creative results, or you can do low. So I'm gonna do medium for this example, just to keep it a balance, a good balance. And again, guys, take your time, play around with this. You don't have to pick the first name that comes up, but I don't want you to spend all day on this either. I say take a few hours, maybe even take a day just to kind of think on it, because all of this technology is going to feel overwhelming to some of you guys. And I just want you to take your time when you're doing and going through this thing. So then just click balance, and then you can go over brand info. So as you can see, some of our brand info is already populated when I put the weight loss fitness. And then you can go into a short description of what your business entails, or what your niche entails. Again, just a short phrase kind of summing up our niche or what our brand is all about. Again, you want to focus on if you already have a business and you're just making your social media page, that's when you're going into your brand. If you already have a business name, then you don't have to worry about this. But let's say you're creating a new business, then again, think about what your business is all about. What is the service that you are selling? So that's what you put in here. You just give a summary of what your business is or what your brand is all about. Remember, there is a difference between a brand and a business. All right. So You just got to decide what are you building and you put it in here. So brand info, that's your brand info. Generate takes a few seconds, just like AI does, and boom. Not only do you have a variation of different names and styles, but as you can see, you already got the logo already built out for you too, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this will let you know which names are already taken. So you can already see what names are already taken. Like if you need a domain, that's the beautiful thing that I love about this website. Because not only will it give you the brand name, it will give you the logo, but it will also give you the domain name and allow you to check to see if that domain name is available. So with this one, not only is this brand name, also the domain is available, but this name is available as well. So like this one, Juice Got This. That's actually a little creative. So as you can see, the domain name for this is a very is available. That lets you know domain is. We can click on here for more info. And then what it will do is it will take us to an alternative website, which is called brandmark.io. Brandmark.io is a logo developing AI tool that, again, just like I said, creates logos. So you can see different styles and variations of this logo. You can give it suggestions on here as well. But when you are utilizing brandmark.io, it is a paid for service. So if you click on here, like I don't really like that one. I think the last one that we clicked at, the first one actually. Oh, I like that one. That's kind of unique. I think that'd be dope. Actually, look at this. Not only does it give you the brand name, but it also gives you variations of the website. Check that out. So that's pretty dope that it gives you all that information right there. So you can click on that. You can go to, let's say, if you want to edit it, you can go in and edit whatever you want to edit of that. You can do a number of things, guys, on this thing. Ideas, you can again give it ideas. So if you click on ideas, you got the idea generator where you can change the font, you can change the color, change the icon, you can change whatever you want to change on it, the layout. But take your time, play around with this thing, get to know this thing. And of course, want to go to purchase. If you want to purchase this logo, right? It'll let you know how much it costs. So, hey, $25 one time, and you get the PNG format. You can pay $65 one time, and it gives you a slew of other things. It gives you social media graphic, business card design. It gives you a number of different things if you really wanted to go crazy with this business name or brand. So it's pretty dope how you can go with this. Now, the alternative way that you can create this, one of my favorite websites is canva.com, right? We want to go to Canva. And then from here, that's when you can play around with Canva and actually create and generate that design. The biggest thing that I use on here is going to be the namelix.com. The reason being is because it generates those names for me. And I also get to see if the domain is available as well. So it's a two-hitter quitter. So like I said, you can come to Canva and then start designing that logo yourself. Of course, Canva does have a bunch of pre-done logos for you. You can choose from one of these pre-templates and actually design it that way. But Adrian, I really like this logo and template that they have for the font. I really want this. Well, there's ways that you can get that font, but it may cost you if you want to do it. For me, I suggest just buying it. Like if you can't find the font in Canva, then I suggest buying it. Well, the problem with most people will have is they can't find the font in Canva. They don't even know what the font is. So this is a way that you can find out the font. All right. I suggest taking a screenshot of the font. Then I want you to go to myfonts.com. This is where you can take a screenshot or something and they will find out the font for you. And then from there, you can see if Canva has that font. So again, the link to this particular website is going to be at the bottom of this video as well. So you have that. Okay, so you click on this. All right, my screenshot I've already taken. I'm gonna come over here, do my downloads, then I upload it, and then boom, I see it right here. Identify font. It already identified it for me. And this is again another AI software tool that can find that font for you, and then boom, it's found the font. We still don't know what the name of the font is. So if you choose get that font, you do not have to pay for it right away. And boom, it's giving us the font of that particular text, that text font. So then we come over here to Canva, brand new. We try to search for it. If we can find it, great. If not, then we might have to come up with another one. And it looks like we might have to. Now we can buy that font. We can probably find other free options to look for it. But in some cases, you may have to try to work around it. You may be even able to find this font on other platforms or download it. But if you really, really need to have this, I suggest just going ahead and buying it. You know, if you know that this is going to be a brand that is going to help you build your business, I say go ahead and go for it. That's just me personally. You don't have to get this whole thing. You get the 25 logo PNG font and go ahead and grab that. But if you had already, went through the course and you took full advantage of module 5, then, $65 is nothing. Heck, you can even do this 175 if you wanted to, but 65 shouldn't be nothing. And then you have all of these different things, these different options that is for you. But again, if you're doing this because of your brand, then most likely your brand is going to be a digital brand. So that way you can funnel all of your affiliate products and also your own products through. Then I say just stick with this one. But if that brand is kind of fused with your business, then yeah, go for this one. But let's go ahead and check out again some of the packages that they have. They said logo source file, unlimited design change. Oh, that's pretty dope. So if you can really afford this 65, go for it. But if you're like, man, I'm a ball on a budget, 25, that's good. When I did this for one of my faceless IG pages, I did this one. This is all I did was a 25. But you are welcome to go back in here because that will give you unlimited design changes and stuff like that. And as you can see, they have already unique fonts on Brandmark. So again, we covered a couple of websites. So the first website that we covered was namelix.com. This is where you can give Namelix an idea of what you want your brand or business to be, and it presents to you different names and also tells you if those names are available with a domain attached to it. And once you click on it to then see the logo, that is a different website called brandmark.io. Once again, brandmark.io is an AI tool that gives you a brand a logo. In some cases, it even generates different website packages as well. So that way you can implement that into your website. So that's pretty dope. And you can pick from different designs of that logo, but it does cost something to use. So again, Namelix is free to use. Brandmark is a paid service. When it comes to figuring out the text, if you want to see that it's available in Canva, then myfonts.com is where you find that out. And again, if you want to buy that font, you can, but it will cost you a little bit of bread. Me personally, if you notice that the bread it costs to get the font is more than what it is just to pay for the logo, I say just get the logo if you can't find the font free somewhere else. That's just my personal opinion. If you really, really need to have that, all right. And if you don't, and you can create your own, you got what you mainly wanted, right? Which was the brand name. Then you're good. Again, with Namelix, if you do decide to go ahead and conquer and get that domain as well, the domain is not free. The service to generate your name is free, but the services within it is not. So say for instance, you want to click and buy the domain, which is very important, right? When it comes to it, it will take you over to namecheap.com, which is a very, very cheap service to get domains. Again, if you want to check out Namecheap by itself, I will have the link in the descriptions below so that way you can click on that and play around with the names as well. Namecheap is a very, very good website when it comes to getting domain names, when it comes to getting business emails. It's a lot cheaper than GoDaddy. Very, very cheap than GoDaddy, okay? They have other services on here as well, like hosting. They got WordPress, where you can get a WordPress account. Again, email marketing tools on here as well with growth, social media, reviews, with AI, SEO. search optimization, search engine optimization, band monitoring. So it has a lot of different tools powered by AI as well. This is a very, very powerful tool to use when it comes to also social media growth as well. So we're going to be talking about Namechips as we go along throughout this module of branding. And yeah, man, like I said, this is going to cover getting your brand or business name, utilizing AI to do that, and most importantly, creating that logo that you're definitely going to be leading your brand or business with, and the paid and free services along the way. Okay, this is going to wrap up the video. Till next time.